The kingdom of Eldoria had two daughters. One ruled the room, and the other hid behind its curtains. Princess Kaida, the elder, was bold, loud, and unshakable. She rode stallions through storms and trained with swords sharper than royal etiquette. The people called her the fierce flame. Then there was her younger sister, Princess Elara, a shadow in every photograph, a whisper in every conversation. She preferred painting to parades and kept a diary thicker than any rule book. The court often forgot she was in the room. If danger ever comes, they'd say, "At least we have Kaida." Elara smiled quietly and said nothing. The omen one autumn morning, the sky turned strange. The sun rose red. The birds flew south too soon. A cold wind howled with voices no one understood. Then came the messenger, his horse foaming at the mouth, his cloak torn by unseen claws. "The forest of ash is awakening," he panted. "The old curse, it's returning." The elders whispered in dread. 1,000 years ago, darkness had spilled from that forest, drowning the land in fire and fear. It had taken a hero's sacrifice to seal it. Now the seal was breaking. The king turned to Kaida. "Take the royal guard," he said. "End this before it begins." She nodded once, with pleasure. But Elara, she touched the ancient map and felt something pulling her. 2 roads, Kaida marched into the forest with 30 soldiers, and a blade said to be blessed by the sun itself. Elara left that night alone, cloaked in brown, heart pounding like a bird in a cage. No one noticed her missing. Kaida's path was fire. She cut through beasts and shadows with bravery that roared. Elara's was silence. She followed the whispers of the trees, the sorrow in the soil, and the strange dreams that led her deeper into the cursed woods. The encounter, Kaida found the heart of the forest first, a blackened clearing where time didn't breathe. There stood a creature made of thorns and smoke, with eyes like endless night. "I am what your ancestors buried," it hissed, "and you will not bury me again." Kaida drew her sword. "Watch me." But her blade passed through the creature like air. Her soldiers faltered. Fear cracked even the fiercest flame. Meanwhile, Elara found something else, an ancient willow, its branches weeping silver. Beneath it lay a stone tablet with a single word carved, "Listen." And so she did. The truth beneath the curse. Elara placed her hand on the tree and was shown visions, not of monsters, but of pain. Long ago, a guardian spirit protected the forest. But as the kingdom expanded, they tore through trees, burned sacred grounds, and silenced the old songs. The guardian's grief twisted into fury. Its curse was not evil, it was mourning. This wasn't a war to win, it was a wound to heal. The choice Kaida stood alone now, her army scattered, her sword broken. And just as the shadow rose to strike her down, Elara stepped from the trees, barefoot and glowing faintly with silver light. "Sister," Kaida gasped. "Get back! It's not safe!" Elara shook her head. "It's not evil." She walked past Kaida, trembling, yet unshaken, and knelt before the creature. "I'm sorry," she whispered, "for what we've done, for not hearing you sooner." She opened her satchel and placed down a tiny seedling from the royal gardens. Then she began to sing, not a song of battle, but one of sorrow and hope and home. The creature froze. The smoke around it stilled, and then it wept. The healing in that moment, the curse cracked. Roots rose and embraced Elara, not to harm, but to thank. The forest bloomed. The blackened skies cleared. The silence broke with birdsong. Kaida fell to her knees, staring at her sister, with tears streaming down her cheeks. "Yo, you saved us," she whispered. Elara looked at her gently. "No, we did." Afterward, the kingdom celebrated Kaida's return, but this time they asked for both sisters to speak. And when Elara stood on the balcony, voice trembling but sure, The crowd listened. She spoke of peace, of listening to forgotten voices, of kindness being stronger than any sword. That day, the kingdom stopped asking which princess was braver, because courage didn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Final message in a world that praises the loudest voice and the boldest action. Remember, it was the shy princess who healed what no one else could, not through power, but through compassion, and that is the kind of hero the world truly needs.